20 Surprising Things We Learned from Prince Harry's book, Spare. Prince Harry's recently released his first book, Spare, where he details his experiences as a member of the royal family. In the book, he shares some never-before-heard stories about his life and family relationships, as well as how he's navigated the challenges of living in the public eye. The book is an eye-opening look into the life of a royal, and we learn some surprising things about the Duke of Sussex. Here are 20 surprising things we learned from the book about the royals, the media, and their fight for what Prince Harry believes in. Before we begin, please subscribe to this channel and like this video if you want to receive future updates from us. Number 1. The royal family is full of love. One of the most surprising things we learn from Prince Harry's book, Spare, is that the royal family is full of love. Despite the pressures and obligations that come with being a part of a centuries-old institution, Prince Harry paints a picture of a family filled with love and support. He describes his mother, Diana, as an incredible mom who always was there for him. He also speaks highly of his father, King Charles, who he says has been a great dad to him. Prince Harry also has nothing but praise for his wife Meghan, who he says has been a rock for him through their relationship. The couple's endured immense scrutiny from the media, but their bond has only grown stronger in the face of adversity. Prince Harry acknowledges that it's not easy to be a member of the royal family, but he makes it clear that the family's united by love and support. Number 2. Prince Harry was raised as the Spare. The British royal family is not just one person. It's a large and intricate system of relationships, traditions, and roles. Prince Harry was born as the second son of King Charles and Princess Diana, and was known as the Spare to his elder brother William's heir role. Prince Harry was aware from a young age of the pressure on him to fill the Spare role, which often meant putting his brother first. He was expected to be seen, but not heard, to support his brother and be the backup in case something happened to the heir. Although this role's been passed down for generations, it can have a deep psychological impact on the individual, which Prince Harry admits he felt. He describes feeling isolated, frustrated, and longing for recognition. All emotions that many in a similar position can relate to. He now openly talks about the need to be honest with oneself and others when dealing with any difficult feelings, an example he wishes he'd been able to follow earlier in life. Number 3. Prince Harry was raised differently than Prince William. Prince Harry and Prince William had very different childhoods, even though they're both sons of King Charles and the late Princess Diana. While William was the firstborn and heir apparent to the throne, Harry was referred to as the Spare, or second child. Because of this, Harry was given a lot more freedom than his older brother, allowing him to pursue his interests and be less confined by the strict expectations placed on a future monarch. For example, while William attended prestigious private schools, Harry was enrolled in the less formal Ludgrove School near Windsor Castle. He also wasn't expected to take part in royal duties as often as William and had more opportunities to be a normal teenager. That said, he was still able to spend quality time with his family and form strong relationships with them. This laid the foundation for the close bond he shared with his brother for most of his life. Number 4. He was always aware of the pressure he was under. Prince Harry was born into one of the most high-profile families in the world, and he was aware of this from a young age. He was expected to behave and perform in a certain way, which often put him under tremendous pressure. In his book Spare, he talks about how he constantly felt the need to live up to people's expectations of him. This pressure was compounded by the death of his mother, Princess Diana, when he was just 12 years old. He was hit particularly hard by this tragedy, as it happened when he was still so young. Even as he grew older, he continued to feel the weight of her absence, both in his personal life and his public role. Despite all the pressure, Prince Harry's made it clear that he's determined to break the cycle of anxiety and depression that so often runs in his family. As a father himself now, he's doing everything he can to make sure that his children don't feel the same kind of pressure that he did growing up. By being open about his struggles, he hopes to inspire others to seek help for their mental health issues. Number 5. He struggled with anxiety and depression. Prince Harry's been candid about his mental health struggles in recent years, and he opened up about them even more in his book Spare. He was deeply affected by the death of his mother, Princess Diana, when he was only 12 years old. He said that the death of his beloved mother made him feel as if the world had suddenly fallen apart. The trauma of losing a parent at such a young age weighed heavily on him, and it wasn't until much later in life that he realized how much it had impacted him. He found himself turning to alcohol and drugs to cope with his depression and anxiety, but eventually, he realized that those weren't healthy coping mechanisms. He realized that therapy could help him process his feelings and cope with his mental health issues. He decided to get help and has since worked hard to address his anxiety and depression. Now he's open about his struggles to help others who may be going through similar issues. Number 6. He had an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. Prince Harry revealed in his book Spare that he had an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. He wrote that he was often drinking to mask his emotions, which he believes were caused by the intense pressure of being a royal. He even admitted that he once felt so desperate he downed a pint of beer in one go. The prince also discussed how his mother's death impacted his behavior and how he used alcohol as a form of escapism. He wrote, "I felt I was so far in that I didn't want to find a way out. I wanted to stay in this cocoon where I felt safe from everything. And the only way I knew how to do that was to drink." Though he eventually sought help for his problem and is now living a much healthier lifestyle, it took him a long time to admit to himself that he needed to take control of his behavior. He wrote in his book, "It took me a long time to accept that I had an issue with alcohol, and it took even longer to do something about it." By sharing his experiences in the past, and now in his book, he's helping to break down the stigma surrounding mental health issues and inspiring others to get the help they need. Number 7. He was deeply affected by Princess Diana's death. Prince Harry was only 12 years old when his beloved mother, Princess Diana, passed away. He had spoken candidly of how deeply the loss impacted him in his book Spare. He recounts being at a low point in his life and feeling like he could not cope. In a heartbreaking admission, he explains how he felt completely alone in the world without his mother's loving embrace. Harry has said that it took him years to process his mother's death, and the effects of her absence can still be felt today. He remembers vividly the moments leading up to her passing and how he tried to make sense of it all. He even recalls the outpouring of public grief that followed and how it made him feel isolated and vulnerable. Ultimately, Harry found strength in honoring his mother's memory. He talks about how he used her example to inspire him to become the person he is today. He says that by speaking out about mental health and being open about his struggles, he can keep her spirit alive. In the end, it seems that Diana's influence on her son is everlasting. Number 8. He turned to therapy to deal with his mental health issues. Prince Harry's been open about his struggles with mental health and the need for therapy to cope. In his book, he wrote candidly about turning to therapy to help him manage his anxiety, depression, and drinking problems. He's since become an advocate for seeking help and breaking the stigma around mental health. Prince Harry's journey to recovery's been a long one, but it's been made easier by his commitment to therapy and other treatments. He described the process as life-changing and acknowledged the importance of speaking to a therapist. He believes that everyone should be able to access help when they need it, which is why he's passionate about breaking the stigma around mental health. Therapy's helped Prince Harry come to terms with his past and accept who he is now. He's aware that life can be difficult, but knows that there's always hope if you're willing to seek help. By speaking out about his own experiences, Prince Harry's encouraging others to do the same and take control of their mental health. Number 9. He's now a father himself and is determined to break the cycle. Prince Harry's made it clear that he's determined to break the cycle of mental health issues that has been handed down through generations. Having gone through his struggles with mental health, he's now a father himself and is determined to make sure his children do not experience the same challenges he faced. He's open about his own experiences and hopes to use them to encourage those around him to take better care of their mental health. He stated that it's only by learning from our past that we can improve our future, and this is something he's actively striving for in his own life. Number 10. He's open about his struggles to help others. Prince Harry's an advocate for mental health awareness, and he's been candid about his struggles. In his book Spare, he talks openly about his battle with anxiety and depression, as well as his unhealthy relationship with alcohol. He knows that by being open about his experiences, he can help others who are going through similar struggles. Prince Harry's spoken out about the importance of seeking help for mental health issues. He believes that if people can be more honest about their feelings, then it'll make it easier for them to get the help they need. He also speaks out about how talking to a therapist can be beneficial. He knows that therapy can help people to understand themselves better and to find ways to cope with their mental health issues. Prince Harry wants everyone to know that they don't have to suffer in silence. By sharing his story, he hopes that people will feel more comfortable speaking out about their own experiences and getting the help they need. He's a true advocate for mental health awareness and is doing his part to create a society where people can talk openly about mental health without fear or stigma. Number 11. He's found happiness in his new life. Prince Harry's made the most of his newfound freedom since stepping away from his royal duties. He's become a passionate advocate for mental health and an advocate for social change. He's also found joy in fatherhood, and he and his wife, Meghan Markle, welcomed their son Archie in 2019 and their daughter Lilibet in 2021. Harry's become an active philanthropist, launching several initiatives focused on tackling the stigma around mental health, the environment, and equal rights. He's also been enjoying more relaxed private moments with his family at their home in Montecito, California. Harry's found solace in reconnecting with nature, something he hadn't done much of as a royal. He also loves to cook, golf, and go for hikes in his free time. His newfound contentment shines through in the way he talks about his life now, one that's far removed from royal duty. Prince Harry's journey to happiness is truly inspirational. Despite his struggles, he's never given up on himself or those around him. He's become a beacon of hope for so many people around the world who are dealing with similar issues. He's shown that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how dark it may seem. Number 12. He's still adjusting to life outside the royal family. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, has been in the spotlight since he was a child. As an adult, he decided to step away from his royal duties and embark on a life of his own. The transition has not been easy. Prince Harry's had to learn how to navigate the world without the support of the monarchy and the trappings of the privilege he once enjoyed. He's still adjusting to life outside the bubble of his royal family and finding his place in the world as an independent person. Prince Harry's spoken openly about the struggles of being in the public eye and how it's impacted his mental health. He discussed how it can be hard to open up, especially when one feels there's nowhere to turn to and no one can relate. The Duke is determined to break the cycle and bring light to mental health issues to help others. In his new book Spare, Prince Harry opened up about his journey and his reflections on the impact of fame on his life. He's still getting used to living a more private life and finds joy in the everyday moments that are often taken for granted. Number 13. Prince Harry is extremely close with his wife, Meghan Markle. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's love story began when they met in July 2016, and they've been inseparable ever since. The couple exchanged vows during an emotional ceremony at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle in May 2018, becoming the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The two are very much in love and it's clear that they have an incredibly strong bond. During their engagement interview, Prince Harry gushed about his wife, saying, "I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her." He later described his relationship with Meghan as a great love story and said that the stars were aligned when they got together. Meghan's also spoken about how close she is to her husband, saying in a recent interview, "The way he loves me is just amazing, and I'm so grateful for that." Number 14. Meghan has been a rock for Harry. Prince Harry's opened up about his mental health struggles and the impact that his mother's death had on him. His wife Meghan has been a constant source of support throughout this time, helping him to overcome his struggles and providing him with a sense of stability. In his book Spare, Harry speaks of how much he loves and admires Meghan for her strength and compassion during these difficult times. She's given him the courage to open up about his struggles, something that he could not have done without her support. He even credits her for giving him the strength to step away from his royal duties and pursue a more independent life. Meghan's love and understanding have allowed Harry to be honest with himself and others about his mental health issues. He's used his platform to talk openly about anxiety and depression, advocating for more open conversations about mental health. This is a testament to Meghan's commitment to supporting her husband in any way she can, and it's clear that their strong bond has enabled Harry to make such positive changes in his life. Number 15. Prince Harry was bullied at school. Prince Harry faced bullying from his peers during his school years. In his book Spare, Prince Harry reveals that he was subjected to ridicule and mockery for his physical appearance. He was also teased for his accent and red hair. The bullying got so bad that Prince Harry had to change schools twice to escape the torment. He eventually moved to Eton College, where he found refuge and acceptance. However, the experience left a lasting mark on him. Prince Harry has since spoken out against bullying. He's urged children to look after each other. Don't put each other down. Just have respect and compassion. He hopes to raise awareness of the importance of creating a safe and inclusive environment in schools. Prince Harry's story is an inspiration to anyone who's ever been bullied. His message of hope and strength needs to be heard to make a difference in the lives of those who are suffering. Number 16. Prince Harry nearly quit the royal family years ago. Prince Harry made headlines around the world when he revealed that he nearly quit the royal family long before he actually did in a new book, Spare. In the book, Prince Harry speaks candidly about how he felt trapped by the constraints of being a royal, especially after his mother died in 1997. He reveals that there were times when he wanted to leave and abandon his responsibilities. But he ultimately decided to stay and honor his family's legacy. Despite this difficult decision, Prince Harry's gone on to make a positive impact in the world. He's been an advocate for mental health awareness, environmentalism, and philanthropy, while also working to break the cycle of pain and suffering that was caused by the death of his mother. Prince Harry's used his difficult experiences as a catalyst for creating positive change. His story proves that no matter how hard life may get, we can all make a difference if we just take the time to try. Number 17. They're human beings, not robots. Prince Harry and the other members of the British royal family are often portrayed as robotic figures, but they're human just like the rest of us. We've seen the raw emotions that Prince Harry's shown over the years, especially after his mother died in 1997. His grief's been palpable, and it's clear that he feels deeply. We've also seen Prince Harry's love for his wife Meghan Markle, who he says has been a rock for him since they started dating in 2016. The truth is that Prince Harry and the other members of the royal family are all human beings with their own stories, struggles, and experiences. They're not actors we see on TV, but real human beings with unique personalities and perspectives. No matter how much fame or wealth someone may have, at the end of the day, we're all human beings trying to make sense of this world and live life to the fullest. Prince Harry's book Spare reminds us of this fact and offers us an insight into the inner thoughts and feelings of one of Britain's most beloved royals. Number 18. Prince Harry wants to break the cycle of pain and suffering for future generations. Prince Harry's been an advocate for mental health for many years, and he's now extending his efforts to break the cycle of pain and suffering for future generations. In his book Spare, he talks about how his own experiences have led him to understand the importance of supporting mental health initiatives and creating positive environments for children and young people. He acknowledges that he's faced significant challenges in his life, but insists that it's up to all of us to create a better future for our children and ensure they don't have to face the same struggles. He wants to ensure that young people today are equipped with the resources they need to deal with difficult situations, including proper mental health support. Prince Harry wants to create a world where everyone feels comfortable speaking up and asking for help when they need it. He believes that by providing support and education on mental health topics, we can break the cycle of pain and suffering for future generations. Prince Harry's passionate about creating a brighter future for our children and believes that it starts with teaching them about self-care and mental well-being. His work is inspiring and demonstrates that we all have a responsibility to look after each other and provide support for those in need. Number 19. Prince Harry is passionate about environmentalism. Prince Harry's an outspoken environmentalist who's been raising awareness of climate change and other ecological issues for years. He's been a champion of wildlife conservation and sustainability, and recently joined forces with Oprah Winfrey to launch the Earthshot Prize, an ambitious initiative that seeks to create a healthier planet by encouraging solutions to the world's greatest environmental challenges. In his work with Earthshot, Prince Harry's dedicated to finding and rewarding innovative solutions to the most pressing global environmental problems, such as ocean plastic pollution, climate change, habitat destruction, and air quality. He's also supported multiple organizations and initiatives dedicated to protecting the environment, including Friends of the Earth, the United Nations Environment Program, and the Worldwide Fund for Nature. Prince Harry's long been an advocate for animal rights. In 2017, he helped launch Travelist, a travel industry coalition that encourages travelers to visit places that are sustainable, responsible, and give back to the local communities. In 2018, he visited Zambia with the Queen's Commonwealth Canopy Project, and in 2019, he accompanied David Attenborough to Dumfries House, Scotland, to discuss a new research collaboration between the Natural History Museum and the Royal Zoological Society of Scotland. Number 20. Prince Harry is an incredible philanthropist. Prince Harry has a long history of philanthropy and charitable work. He's been involved with various charities since his teenage years and has used his public platform to promote their causes and inspire others to join in. Prince Harry is a strong advocate for the Invictus Games Foundation, which he founded in 2014. The foundation works to empower wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans through adaptive sports and physical activity. The Invictus Games have brought together thousands of veterans from around the world, providing an opportunity for them to connect, gain strength and confidence through sport, and find support and camaraderie. In addition to the Invictus Games Foundation, Prince Harry's also heavily involved with Sentebale, a charity he co-founded in 2006. Sentebale provides emotional and practical support to vulnerable children in Lesotho, Africa. The organization helps those affected by HIV and AIDS access healthcare, education, and emotional support. Prince Harry's other charitable interests include conservation efforts, mental health awareness, and anti-landmines campaigns. He's a patron of WellChild, a charity that supports seriously ill children and their families, and he serves as president of the African Parks Network. No matter the cause, Prince Harry's passion for helping others shines through in all of his charitable endeavors. He's an incredible philanthropist who uses his influence to make the world a better place. Prince Harry's book Spare has been a revelation for many of us. We've learned about the struggles he faced in his life, his fight to protect his wife and family, and his passion for creating a better world. While it's clear that Harry still faces challenges in his life, we can only admire the courage and strength he has displayed throughout his life. From his devotion to mental health and environmental causes, Prince Harry's an incredible example of what can be accomplished when one takes the steps to make a difference. We're thankful to have a glimpse into his life and are excited to see what he does next. That's all for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button and share. Also, leave a comment if you have a topic you want us to cover. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care.